How interesting.
Hello and welcome to this part of the pond, where it's the bullfrog, no doubt without the newt.
Really? I couldn't tell.
But due to the magic of audio editing and a little bit of green screen, I can do this.
Face reveal at 100,000 subscribers.
We would love those subscribers, so while you're there subscribing, please like and share and talk in the comments. It helps us with the algorithm. And if you're one of those passerbys on the internet wondering what we're doing, we are trying to analyze Disney's villains. And we're not doing this by opinion or by a poll, but through a formula where it's an essay and mathematical. And we're doing this to figure out who is Disney's greatest foe. We're looking for this. So let's get to it. We start with design. And Shere Kahn's design, I can't help but say one of the weirdest things I've said. He's 90% a tiger. Now, I have nothing against Bengal tigers, far from it. Tigers, I think, are one of the best designs in nature. Very few can compare. I personally think in the top 5 of wild cats, it's the tiger, the cougar, and the minx. But we're not talking about cats, we're talking about tigers. But that's kind of the point. He's 90% this. And it's the neck down is all of tiger. And that 10% that's not tiger is his face. And that face is all about the refinement, the jaw, that chin, and those eyes.
Nice manners.
It's more cartoony. Well, this is kind of the point. This is the only thing that helps Shere Kahn stand out.
How dare you!
And it's very effective, but at the same time, meh.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
But the design can only do so much. But what Shere Kahn really rises is his voice actor. And that is being, need to get to my phone, George Sanders. And that voice is just elegance.
Nice manners.
With British accents, you can't help but go, ooh, that's so delicious. And you have that depth of bass to go with it. I would love to have George Sanders read the dictionary.
Bravo, bravo.
It's all about refinement with that voice, and it fits with the face. And it shows off this elegance that you know this is a creature of words, and you just are in love whenever he just speaks. This is all we get. There's not that much there. It's 90% Bengal tiger. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's a thing. And with it being a thing, how would I rate it? I'm gonna be honest. I give it a 2. His design and voice are memorable, but not memorable enough. Agree or disagree? Put it down in the comments. Presence. One of the most important things about what makes a villain a villain. And we've developed our own little formula that will help us dissect villains. And this is way better and far more organized. And this is how we're going to do it. But Shere Kahn is very much like Captain Hook and the Queen of Hearts. He is from Rudyard Kipling's Jungle Book. So his history is from literature. And Jungle Book really kind of revolves around Shere Kahn. and how Shere Khan just being in the jungle pushes the story forward. And the movie kind of follows along with that. So his history revolves around that idea of him in the jungle. So the environment, the threat, and the promise is kind of all bundled together because Shere Khan is responsible for the story that is Jungle Book. And we see in here, it is the same thing. We see that just the mere presence of Shere Khan in the jungle forces Mowgli out of his family with him without saying goodbye.
I'm getting a little sleepy. Shouldn't we start back home?
Mowgli, this time we're not going back.
And his last vestige of his home is the jungle. And Mowgli's gonna have to say goodbye to this.
I don't want to go back to the man village.
This is the presence of Shere Khan. And it's filled 2/3 of the film. His presence, the idea of Shere Khan in the jungle drives and pushes the plot consistently. I mean, here's a small montage.
Because Shere Kahn, the tiger, had returned to their part of the jungle.
But why?
Because Shere Kahn has returned to this part of the jungle. Mowgli will meet Shere Kahn.
The tiger?
But Shere Kahn, the tiger, is sure to pick up the man cub's trail.
That is pretty, well, there. How intense Shere Khan is. But all this is building up to Shere Khan's intro, and the strategy of what the Walt Disney Company did is brilliant. This is reused footage. I mean, take a look. But also, take a look. It's Bambi's mom, but remove Bambi. So imagine this when it was first put on the big screen. Walt Disney is dead. This is the last animated movie he had his fingers in. And what do they show? They show the audience something they seen a long time ago. Bambi's mom. And you have Shere Khan hunting Bambi's mom. Is that not the best way to remind the audience of the past and to show them they may be seeing it again?
That's a thinker.
Brilliant. But Bullfrog, he didn't kill Bambi's mom. She got scared off by Colonel Hattie and the elephants. This means nothing. He didn't kill her. And to quote Sideshow Bob,
attempted murder. Now, honestly, what is that? Do they give a Nobel Prize for attempted chemistry, do they?
that is really well constructed. That's really well built. And does Shere Khan have presence? Yeah, it's throughout the whole entire movie.
Well, duh.
And when we're going to presence, we have to talk about time. Because here in the pond, as we analyze villains, we are also recording their times. So when we get into the big free-for-all, we could analyze their times and see what this could lead them. And for that, we have to go to our handy-dandy notebook. And Shere Khan is on screen. 6 minutes and 28 seconds, estimatedly. Everything about Shere Khan that's been mentioned in building up to Shere Khan, that is 5 minutes and 31 seconds. So nearly half of Shere Khan being on screen is him not being on screen. Huh. Very interesting. But what is his presence? It's everywhere. It's basically the reason what the movie is and how it's built. So yeah, I'm giving Shere Khan a 4 out of 4.
Duh.
Every villain needs this. And Shere Khan has no magic, so this is going to be so easy. Thank goodness. Oh. because Shere Kahn is a Bengal tiger from India. That alone speaks power. And he's a frickin' boss in build. He is able to flip a bear that is 2 times his size. I'm sure if you look at Blue's design and compared to him, Blue's a lot more heavier than him. I'm gonna guess 2 times heavier. So an animal that's 2 times bigger than Shere Kahn flips him with ease? Dude, Shere Kahn has strength. And he's a frickin' tiger. Kitty got claws. And with Disney cats, I feel like we need to analyze their claws and time their claws. For that, we have to go back to the handy dandy notebook. And he has his claws out 1 minute and 10 seconds. His claws are out like 1/5 of the time when he is on screen. And when you look at how he uses his claws, it's very interesting. He uses his claws to intimidate Kaa, and he shows them when he is talking to Mowgli and trying to threaten him. To then he is hunting Mowgli, attacking Mowgli, and attacking Baloo, and fighting against fire. I think Shere Kahn is a fan of Smokey the Bear.
Only who can prevent forest fires? You pressed U, referring to me. That is incorrect.
It had to be said. But another form of Shere Khan's power is his presence. We talked about it quickly, but yet it is there. How much his reputation and presence affects the entire jungle.
Shere Kahn will surely kill the boy, and all who try to protect him.
Everyone knows Shere Kahn. Everyone fears Shere Kahn. If Shere Kahn is in your part of the jungle, you all know and you all fear. No one doesn't want the wrath of Khan.
He hates man with a vengeance. You know that.
But remember from design, Shere Kahn is voiced by George Sanders, the man who has the brilliant voice that you want him to read the dictionary. It's elegant, it's supreme, and you know that is a man of words. And they built Shere Kahn to be like a man of words, or in this case, a tiger of words. But as he uses his words and discussions with Kaa and Mowgli, we notice something interesting. When Shere Kahn spars words with Kaa the snake about Mowgli and where is Mowgli, Shere Kahn is curious.
Forgive me if I've interrupted anything.
Oh, no, nothing at all.
And Kaa starts playing a game with Shere Kahn.
Oh, no. Well, I was just singing to myself.
Indeed.
And throughout this game of words and wit, Kaa wraps his words around Shere Kahn and keeps him blind. You see Shere Kahn analyzing and going, wait a minute, here's this, here's this, here's this. And Kaa has counters to each and every one.
Really?
In a battle of words, Shere Kahn loses to the secondary villain. And if you want to talk about sparring words, when Shere Kahn is trying to intimidate Mowgli with his words, he sees it's not working.
Or you're trying my patience.
In a proper way, how to judge and analyze Jungle Book, it's Mowgli's emotions. And when Mowgli is bantering with Shere Kahn, you see that he doesn't really care. He doesn't feel threatened, or feels very little for Shere Kahn. But when Shere Kahn finally does that lunge attack, Mowgli shows fear. The only times Mowgli has shown that emotion was with Shere Kahn and with Kaa the snake. But with Shere Kahn, Mowgli's fear is a lot more advertised than Kaa the snake. So, with power, Shere Kahn isn't as powerful as we think, but at the same time, he's very powerful. So, we'll give him a 3 out of 4. Now to the villain's song. This is very interesting. I originally thought Shere Kahn isn't a singing villain, but after... Dang it, we're going to have to do some history on this one. But when you analyze and watch this movie, you kind of see, even though he doesn't sing, there is a relationship with music. Because it was music, the restocked footage of Bambi's mom from Shere Kahn. And that pissed him off, and he wanted to investigate. So that song led Shere Kahn to learning about Mowgli.
How interesting.
And when Kaa is singing to Mowgli and getting Mowgli into his power, Shere Kahn pulled Kaa, the snake, down and had that battle of words. And because of that song, Kaa has to save Mowgli from Shere Kahn, but Shere Kahn also saves Mowgli from Kaa.
Ooh, he gives me the shivers.
Oh, I hate that part.
And then we have the third song where Shere Kahn interacts with. And that is when the vultures sing, "That's what friends are for." And in that song, it's all about being friends and having a good time and what it means to be a friend. And during the part of the song when they sing, "We never met a fellow we didn't like," Shere Kahn is already aware of this song, and it leads him to it. And right at the verse, when the vultures say, "We'll keep you safe in the jungle forevermore," Shere Kahn blares out in beautiful refinement and the absolute form of bass. That's what friends are for. He mocks music, and he points out that you guys just led him to me, and you're saying that you are friends. He's doing more than mocking the song. He's mocking the vultures who are singing it. Basically saying, "Brah, you led me right to him." Muchos gracias, señores.
Excelente!
So he has a big relationship with music, even though he sings one line. And for this kind of leads us into acts of villainy.
Upon achieving power, you abused it habitually.
It's not gonna happen. Why am I being so mean? Well, it's because Jungle Book has a sequel, and it's in the aughts. We are currently analyzing the Walt Disney era of the Walt Disney Company villains, so that's not going to be until the future. So until that time comes, this is going to be the Bullfrog signing out. If you're a consistent fan of the pond, you may notice this is a different location. Well, I live an hour away from work, and this location is close to my job, so currently I'm gonna be right here for a moment. So we don't know how many videos will be filmed here. And I forgot to pack my mug, and this doesn't feel right. Hopefully I'll have one of my real mugs, because this doesn't feel right.
Isn't it ironic that your name is Lucky?
Let's get out!
So delicious. And you have that depth of bass to go with it. I would love to have George Sanders read the dictionary.